You know, for someone who makes bread, Peeta didn't really make much bread.
You make bread? Oh, I thought
He's a baker.
you were talking about yourself.
Me? Oh my gosh. I eat bread.
I buy bread, I eat bread.
Wait, have you ever made bread?
No, I've never made bread.
I want to be a sourdough girl.
You are a sourdough girl. Never having made it before, you still are. Oh my
That's the nicest thing you've ever said. I went to a farmer's market the other day.
Yeah, how was it?
And there was this lady who was like, free sourdough, free. And I was like, free sourdough.
Say less.
I know.
You like evaporated and you teleported.
I know. Whoa. And I was like, I'm here now. Free sourdough. She made it, obviously.
Of course, with love.
I've never felt so seen by something that's not.
Did you eat it in front of her?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Slowly?
I ASMR'd for her. I remember I ate it out of her hand.
She's like handing it to you. You just
Ate it
delicious.
out of her hand, licked every finger. I was like, bitch, what'd you do?
Respectfully, bitch.
I know.
How'd you make this?
Wait, what?
Witch!
I know. Witch. And that day changed very quickly.
Oh my
I just feel like I want to be a bread girly.
You are a bread girly.
Thank you. I consume it. But I want one day to come over and be super stressed and you're like, hey, you okay? And I was, my sourdough didn't rise. Like
I want those kinds of problems.
I just come out of my shell. I'm an oyster right now. Right here. Almost there.
I love this. I don't want to take away from your sourdough.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Love. Okay? So, when we discuss the book, if you're looking for an in-depth review of this, go listen to our book review.
Catching Fire.
We just made it on Tuesday. So, in that episode, we had a very, very strong, heated discussion about how sometimes sequels do it better than the first.
Okay. I don't remember it being too heated, but okay.
You don't remember? You said
I walk out of this store and I don't know who I am.
Sometimes I'm concerned about my goldfish memory.
Dude, I feel like I'm like worse.
No, like literally, I was with my brothers the other day and they brought up, we went to see Final Destination and we just had a marathon of all of the movies like 3 months ago, maybe. Mm-hmm. And they were talking about certain things that happened in the other movies. And I literally looked at them and I was like, I don't remember. And they both were flabbergasted. They were like, we just watched the movie like 3 months ago. And I was like, there's something wrong with me. I can't retain information for some reason.
The me who was there isn't the me who's here today.
I know. Amen.
No, yeah. I went to work today and I swear I thought it was Monday. I thought it was Monday for like a good chunk of the day. And my first group came in and I was like, okay, everyone, why does no one have their agendas? And I was like, we write agendas every Monday. Why does no one have? And I totally zeroed in on this one kid and I was like, so we're just forgetting our agenda now because you always forget. And he's like, it's Friday.
Oh, pobrecito.
And I was like, oh, my bad.
April Fools.
I know. I don't know. My goldfish brain gone. But for this movie that we're going to talk about.
For this movie, yes, which is better than the first. Back to my point.
Yes, go ahead.
We had a heated discussion about Shrek. We've had this heated discussion.
Tale
as old as time at this point.
But if you want to listen to that, we're not going to have it again because I will cry.
No, we will.
No, we
Shrek
won't.
2 is better than Shrek 1.
Okay,
period.
Let's leave it there. You can go listen to our other episode if you want to hear that.
Oh my God.
But
okay.
we did go into detail about the plot of Catching Fire. We will not be doing that this time around.
No, but Cheli, do you think talking about the best Hunger Games movie, do you think that can fix your life?
I do.
Okay, good. Welcome to an episode of the Book Fix podcast, a podcast where we fix lives one Hunger Game movie at a time. I'm your host, Yajaira.
And I'm your host, Cheli. Where do we start?
Where do we start with this masterpiece? I do want to bring up, when we were talking about the books, I mentioned that I really feel like this should not have been a love triangle.
No.
But rewatching the movie, I can't believe how much Katniss kissed Gale.
If we did like a tally.
She kissed Gale more than she kissed Peeta.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. And I feel like every time she kissed Gale, it didn't feel...
Loving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did your husband have to say about that? Because he told me about that.
So he didn't give me much commentary throughout the movie, but afterwards, he really did not understand Gale as a character, because anytime Katniss would kiss him, he would get very like serious and sad, and he would be like, "You're kissing me, but you're thinking of him. You're kissing me, but you're just doing it because you pity me."
Yeah.
And my husband got so like annoyed. He was like, "Dude, this is his opportunity. He's missing the shots that he's not taking." Like he could have really like used this moment to be like, "Love you so much, girl. You're everything to me. You're my queen. Love you." But instead, he's thinking about Peeta.
Honestly, had he done that, I could see Katniss switching.
I think so too. I think it could have happened. Mm-hmm. But my God, I'm losing my train of thought. But my husband basically said that to him, it made more sense for her to be with Peeta, because Peeta and her share something that Gale will never understand.
Yes, and that's what I talked about in our last episode. Mm-hmm. I really like the idea of that, because even like them being in the Victor's
The
Victor's housing, which by the way they don't mention at all.
I know that.
This.
I thought about that too. I was like, I don't understand why they don't explain that they're living like this because they won.
She was just all of a sudden in a very nice house.
And it was funny because my husband was like, "Wait, I thought she was broke." And I was like, "No, this is the Victor's village."
Yes.
Oh, of course.
But
Victor's
it's sad because the only people that live here are her, Peeta, and Haymitch. The trio. You know what scene they cut out?
Which one?
And I'll never forgive them.
Which one?
When things were a little rocky between Peeta and Katniss, they had a talk, obviously, and we're like, "This can't be. We
Love you too good, love you too much."
But also, like, I didn't mean to force myself on you. I would rather just be your friend first.
They did kind of have the conversation in the train.
Yes, but the thing I'm talking about is when there was that time in between, before they mentioned that they were going to be back in the Hunger Games, Peeta was over and they were just hanging out, and it was supposed to be like, we're becoming friends again.
Yeah.
You know? And it was them making a medicinal book for their her mom, and Peeta was drawing the flowers in the book.
Yeah.
And that was it. It was just like, this is the
sweet.
friendliest moment we've ever had.
Yeah. That's sweet. They should have kept that.
Yeah.
It's like the little moments. We didn't have enough of them in the trilogy.
And that's why it feels so weird, because I know that she belongs with Peeta. Me. Susie, I know that. I know your vision. But other people who didn't read the book, I can see why they were Team Gale.
Because she kisses him more?
Yeah, that's literally it. And he's a little more conventionally attractive, even though I think Josh, short king. Short king!
But you wouldn't date a short king.
Why do you always bring that up? What if I say yes one day? What if I say yes?
Then you say yes. I think it's because I forgot to ask you in the last one, like, what's the shortest you would date? I forgot to ask you that. Damn it.
Okay, I'm currently 5'9" and growing. Can you imagine? She ain't stopping. So,
but you go up to 5'11" because you like to wear platforms.
I do like to wear platforms. So let's say 5'11", okay? Mm-hmm. I'm going to keep going down, and I want you to tell me when to stop when you think I would stop. So 5'11".
Okay. 5'10".
5'9".
Okay.
Eye level. Oh, okay.
Okay, 5'8".
5'8".
I think you would rather do shorter than eye level.
I don't want to look them in the eye. I don't like the idea of being the same height as someone, because it feels like I'm their fucking sister. Like, I feel like I'm gonna go out to IHOP with this person and we're gonna hold hands. Me and bro want to sit down. Like, I can't. It like irritates me so much.
Okay, but think about it. They're gonna be taller than you without you wearing platforms.
No, I'm not taking these off.
They're part of me.
I sleep in them. I bathe in them. They're my shoes.
Okay, so then you need someone who's 6 foot.
Yes.
So you wouldn't date a short king?
No, I don't know.
End of discussion.
But like if I met Peeta, if Josh Hutcherson, for some reason, his wife was like, no more Peeta for me. And we just happen to crash in like a local coffee shop because we don't support Starbucks here. Mm-hmm. What if? Hey, Peeta.
Hey.
How's it down there?
Big fan.
Hey.
No, you
my
can't.
Gosh.
I don't see you dating a short king.
Okay, so if I came to you and I was like, I met someone, he's 5'6".
Oh my God, I just can't see it for you.
That's crazy. That's taller than you.
That's thank you.
So you would look up to them and I would look down. And that kind of
it's like in the middle.
Averages, yeah.
I would support you no matter what. If you dated a short king, I would be here. Oh my God, you're cringing. You're cringing.
I just had a cringy moment. Can you imagine?
What?
Can you
What?
El horror. If
horror.
I was dating someone and they wanted to ask me a question and we're like, what do you think, babe? Looks up at me. Oh my God, I'm out of here. I just appear.
Okay.
A strong wind hits, I'm gone. That's crazy.
Wait. Okay, what if he's taller than you, but when you guys sit next to each other, he's
He has
shorter.
a short torso.
He's shorter than you. He's all legs.
Uppies can't see. I'm okay with that. That's fine because I also have a short torso. Because I honestly watching our show, the Book Fix podcast, which you can find right here. Watching our show, you sometimes look taller than me.
Yeah, sometimes.
Because I have a short torso and I also slouch. So
yeah, posture.
Yeah, because everything. But I don't know. The idea of someone looking up at me and being like, "What do you think, babe?"
What do you,
baby?
What do you think, babe?
That's crazy.
Oh my
gosh. Put me back in my cage. Okay, that's all I had to say.
Okay, back to Catching Fire.
So I think that there weren't enough moments between Katniss and Peeta where I felt like their love was starting to bloom.
I agree.
And it sucks because in the book, I felt like you could feel the development of Katniss's feelings, even if she didn't know what they were yet.
I felt like you could feel it with the other characters around her, where they'd be like, oh my God, I thought it was pretend, but you were over here crying for him, so I guess you do love him.
Yes, and then that scene where they're by, like, a water, like an ocean, I guess, and they kiss. Mm-hmm. And in Katniss's mind, she's like, this one feels different for some reason. This kiss feels different. And then when she falls asleep, as soon as she wakes up, her first thought is, I don't know why I'm so happy this morning, and I'm literally in the Hunger Games. Mm-hmm. But the fact that I'm happy, I feel like it has to do with Peeta, so I want to sit with this happiness for a bit.
Yeah, that was so sweet. I wish they would have kept it, but I feel like they didn't make my girl vulnerable.
No.
Enough, or at all.
Also, I'm sorry, this is a complaint for both. The fact that Peeta doesn't do anything.
Oh, yes, that was the other point I wanted to bring up. So in the book, Peeta was the damsel in distress, and I feel like Susie, she was ahead of her time. Yeah. She was like badass main character. Obviously, he has to be weak and pathetic.
Oh my gosh!
So he was still giving damsel in distress. I feel like Peeta almost died a lot in this one, but there was this one scene where he fought back. Just one scene.
Just one.
That's all we needed.
I want more.
Me too.
I feel like that wasn't enough for me. I wanted him, like the fact that he can throw 100 pounds, like hundreds of pounds.
Yeah.
Honestly, 100, I can probably do 100.
I think they said 20.
No, it was hit with a dumbbell.
I'm just kidding. I don't remember. But your face was so good.
Because I feel like I could throw 100.
Really?
Easily. Yeah.
Oh, you're so strong.
No, I feel like I can. Mm-hmm. That doesn't seem that impressive to me.
Okay, so what would you have liked for Peeta to have done for you to be impressed?
I would have liked it if there was a scene where they're all on an arena and they're like, how are we possibly going to get through this? And he's like, "Hapa, hapa," and he's just throwing them off. He's miles away. I just wanted that.
I wanted him to rip a tree.
I wanted. Oh my
the
gosh.
ground.
Oh my gosh. They're like, Peeta, we need to get through. We need to get through this area, but there's a tree in the way. Say less, babe. He puts his fingers in between and tears the tree in half.
Yes.
That's what I wanted.
That's so good.
Oh my god. And then he makes bread out of it.
Somehow.
Oh my god, babe. I love when you do that. Oh my god.
And that's when she falls in love.
I know.
You know
Is
what?
that sourdough?
I think the other thing that I didn't necessarily love. I love Finnick 100%. Love Finnick
Same.
to death. But Finnick being so swole, so strong, throws Peeta over his shoulders.
Love that.
Really did not help Peeta's damsel in distress case.
No, but it really helped me because I'm over here like, wait.
Finnick?
Even Peeta just like, wait.
He's like kicking his feet like,
Finnick, help.
he's like, Finnick, help.
I know.
It's like,
There's
he's fine.
a puddle, Finnick. Carry me. And it's like, dude.
Yeah.
I get it. I ate it up. It was a little more damsel in distress in the books,
Yes.
which we both ate up.
Yes, but
Not in the way that I wanted to.
I wish he would have fought more or impressed me more. Like, why didn't he have any other talent?
He can make bread. What else do you want?
In the game.
He can make himself the floor.
Oh, dude, that was so cringy. We didn't even bring that up in the first one.
If I came home to someone being like, I'm the chair now, I'm like, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I don't want to be part of whatever you're going through right now.
I mean, it's impressive, but
Okay, fine, I'll
I'm
do
out
it.
of it.
Okay, fine. The next
Let
episode,
back in.
we're both, we're the background.
We're the background? No.
Oh my God. Okay, save it for April Fools. And then we just won't
I'm
mention
not writing all these texts on me.
No, we'll just glue it on our face.
That's cheating.
I think that this movie, although it was lacking, I can't hate it, Susie.
It was
I can't
not lacking.
hate it.
That's her half of the podcast.
No, but you agree with me with the fact that there should have been more Peeta and Katniss.
Yes, there should have been. But I love this movie. I love this movie so
what
much.
you mean.
I remember watching it in theaters and just being so amazed. Like, my life was never the same afterwards.
Those little nuggets of humor, too, because like I said, there's a different director for the second movie. It felt a little funnier because there would just be moments of dry humor.
Yeah.
Like that moment when Joanna walks into the elevator.
And gets naked.
And she's looking at all three of them, Haymitch, Peeta, and Katniss, and is like, how does it feel to be the most wanted to sleep with or something like that? Everyone, all of Panem wants to sleep with you. And Katniss is like, I wouldn't know. And she was like, oh, I'm not talking to you. And then she looks at Peeta, turns around and is like, can you unzip me? And Katniss looks at him like,
Excuse me?
and he's like, he's so short.
Oh, yeah.
Katniss uppies.
Uppies Katniss. Oh, my God.
Grabs onto the zipper and just lets him fall.
Oh, he's so small.
He's so small. Not enough bread in this movie.
No, definitely not.
No.
But how did you feel about the end of the movie when Katniss sees Haymitch? She had told Haymitch, hey, Peeta has to survive this game.
Yeah.
No matter what, he has to make it out this game. He's better than all of us. But Haymitch didn't save Peeta.
I think that this scene hit better in the book.
Really?
To me, it did.
Really? Because I felt like, damn, that slap really hurt. She smacked him.
I get it, but it just kind of felt like the fact that it felt like they were NPCs and they waited for her to be in range to be like, she's going to be so mad. Oh, Katniss. It's like,
Katniss, you're going to be so mad.
you're going to be so mad at Katniss. Don't ask. But I'll tell you. One more thing that I want to bring up, because I think I'm almost done talking about this movie because it's just so perfect. They totally cut off the whole part of Peeta losing his leg.
Yes, which that happened in the first book. But
that was a big part.
Also, she lost her hearing in one ear in the book, and that didn't happen in the movie either.
That was a big reason why he wasn't doing so well in the second Hunger Games. But I don't know. I liked that, and I wish they would have kept it.
Yeah, I think they should have kept it because I feel like it's important for everyone to see that you don't necessarily make it out in one piece, even if you do win.
Last thing is our boy Snow. How'd you feel about him in this movie?
Was this the one where he was obviously sick? Was it this one? He
No.
was coughing up blood.
No, but this is the one where he did go visit her and left a rose.
Oh my God, I don't understand Snow's obsession with drama. Like, he just really wants to amp up the love story, right? He was like, make it believable or else Gale is going to die.
And then he pulls up an image of her and Gale kissing, and it's like, you're obsessed with me. I'm a teenager.
Yeah.
You're obsessed with my love story?
Yeah.
You're old!
I don't understand the logic behind that, because he thinks that if everyone doesn't believe this love story, they're going to think that, oh no, she meant to cause a rebellion.
But the fact that a whole government can crumble because of a love story, it's already not doing so hot.
I know.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Nobody else fell in love in all of these Hunger Games? No way, I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
I mean, they're young, but whatever.
No, I get what you mean. Overall, good watch.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. I'm
So
so
much
sorry.
fun.
These are such biased reviews.
I know.
We can tear the movie down and we'll still be like 5 out of 5. Susie never does me wrong.
I mean, I think you first listed a complaint.
I know. 5 out of 5. I'm sorry. I can't say one bad thing about that.
You did.
I can't give this a bad rating though.
Me neither. I think it's just too nostalgic for me. I
feel you.
Can't. But Snow, we hate Snow.
We hate
still
Snow here.
currently.
100% of this couch hates Snow.
Yeah, as of right now.
That might change.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that both you and I have not read Songbird or watched the movie. Mm-hmm. I just don't think, like, what can they do for me to change my mind? I don't see
Watch
it.
us come back.
Snow apologist.
I know.
I don't think so.
I don't think I will be.
No, me either. Because I remember what he looks like at the end.
No, it's okay. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Wait a minute.
We'll see what happens.
You're making a face. Do you
I'm not.
Do you
I
find
just look like us.
Do you find Snow hot as an old man?
No, you won't believe me. No.
Stop.
No, of course not.
Wait, Voldemort is playing him
That's Voldy?
in the Haymitch's movie.
That's Voldy. Oh my god.
Is he hotter now?
I don't know.
No comment.
I know.
No comment, but
To anyone who is
oh my
listening
god, I'm sorry. People were making thirst traps of the youngest Snow. You're gonna be making thirst traps
of the old, Snow, no likes, and I'm like anyone else.
This is the real Snow.
I know. Oh my god, not me.
Never.
If you are listening to us in audio form, whether that be Spotify or Apple Podcast, thank you so much. If you can leave a rating of 5 stars and a review recommending us our next read or our next watch, that would be amazing. Mm-hmm. If you want to support us and you have a little bit of extra money, what can they do?
So if you're looking for an extra way to support us just a little bit more, we do have a Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/bookfix. But if you're not looking for something that's monthly, we do also have coffee, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix or buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix.
If you are watching us, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because we post Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're deep into the Hunger Games month.
Yes, we are.
What we have been waiting for. It's so beautiful up here.
I love it so much.
I want to hear what everyone thinks about the Hunger Games. Yeah. I have so much to say about it. If you want to support us on our social medias or you want to join our book clubs, because our book of the month is going to be Songbird by Suzanne Collins on our Fable and our Goodreads, you could check out our link tree, linktr.ee/thebookfix. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
I just can't. Short king. I don't.
You're a tall queen.
Can you imagine, like, if I were in a situation where, like, it's se está hundiendo. It's like
Flooding. Mm-hmm.
And my little petite husband jumps for safety. Yeah. I would actually just pass away.
I think you get the ick pretty easily.
You think so?
So if a man even jumps, I think you would get the ick. I think you'd be like, oh
my God.
Jumping? Ew.
Oh my God, I hate that you're so accurate. Can I tell you today?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. To be as vague as possible.
Mm-hmm.
At my job, we had an event.
Oh God.
And you know what I hate the most? You know what I hate the most?
What?
At my job when they're like, okay guys, we're going to play freaking Pharrell Williams Happy. And you guys just have to bounce around and be like, come on guys, clap.
You're the hype man.
I hate it.
Uh-huh.
And my kids, they know I hate it. They
Really?
know. Yes. Because as soon as they said that, I turned to them like, are you serious?
Oh, really? Again?
And they think it's so funny because I'm so disingenuous on there. Like, I'm just like, woo, because I'm happy.
I love this song.
Love it. Woo. And then they were like, we're going to pick 3 random teachers to be part of an extreme challenge. Scream your teacher's name. And all my kids start screaming. And I'm like, y'all want extra homework for real? I can't. No. And they were going to pick me. But my excuse was like, I'm wearing a dress. No, it's okay if you're wearing. No, I'm wearing a dress. I can't. And then they totally like, okay, you're fine. And I walk back and I'm like, how dare you guys? You threw
Traitors
me to the lions right there. That's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so yeah, I do get the ick very easily.
Yeah, I gave you the ick.
And it's funny because being cringe is being free, but icks exist. And what do you do then?
What do you do?
You cry. I'm in my enclosure currently, trying to rattle my way out, but I'm just too scared.
But I mean,
I'm too scared.
But I feel like normally you don't care though, right?
Yeah, normally.
About being cringe?
No, I don't, because look at me.
I don't think you do.
Look at me.
What? You don't look cringe.
Oh, thank you. But I feel it. I feel like I am who I am, and I like what I like.
Uh-huh.
But if you make me like, if you go in public and do a jumping jack while I'm standing next to you, I'm out of there.
Oh.
I'm out of there so quick.
I'm gonna do that with you now.
Oh my gosh. Oh. I'm aging.
I could do worse, I think.
Yeah.